And we are back with episode 2. Finally, the audio is working, so no more staticky, quiet bullshit. Um, yeah, fantastic. I'm so happy about that, and I do apologize about that for episode 1. It hurt me to my core that I had to put clips in like that, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some, but right off the bat, we're taming an anglerfish. Gonna just get our farm game going strong. But other than that, yeah, I'm trying to pump out these videos as quick as possible just because I am behind. There's a ton of content released, and like I said, this is going to be going live. So I'm currently playing right now on Elite Arcs Trios. The season still has like a month and a half left. So yeah, let's get this rolling and let's get into it. Oh,
Hey.
yes. So the main reason we're coming over to Gen 1, the lunar biome, to farm these ambergris rocks is because we have some magmasaurs that we need to raise, as well as use the ambergris to heal them when we're soaking. I don't know why, but I had a strong urge to use magmasaurs to soak at least one base. And yeah, you'll get to see that a little bit later in the series. Maybe this episode, I don't know, we'll find out. Um, but yeah, so on top of it, you get element shards too, because we need some element. So kind of kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay.
How am I gonna kill these things? Open them. Looks like there's a.
In the beginning for me, this is probably the easiest way for me to get some hard element fairly quick. Beaver Dams on Elite gives you hard element, as I think I said last episode. But yeah, so this run gave us about a little over 100 elements, so that's going to come in handy when building our ab base. But yeah, right now I'm getting tired of farming shit by hand and with the drill and all that useless. So I wanted to get some missions done to tame a Strider. So we're going to hop over to Gen 2 real quick and knock out a bunch of missions real fast. Please. Please. Get out, please. Go.
Lost that door, survivor. First place.
Fuck this
Good
man.
on ya.
It's mad. Yeah, this might be iffy.
Keep on its tail.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I don't think I'm gonna get. It's just gonna take a really, really, really long time. You know what I wish they do, which I hope they do, is I hate how big dinosaurs, they get stuck on the smallest trees. Like,
Oh yeah,
it needs to
ridiculous.
be obliterated. Like, when you step
Yeah,
on this shit, it just needs to
yeah,
fall down.
yeah, it does. Yeah, the big dinos. Yeah. But what is it? Just the T-Rex that destroys the trees? What dino destroys the trees? There's a few that do it. T-Rex does, right?
I mean, all the big dinos eventually knock them over.
Oh, but not right away.
You have to run in. They all do it. All the big dinos, gigas, everything. You have to run into them for like a second, and then
The
they'll get
spider,
knocked over.
the spider didn't do it.
Yeah, it does.
Should be able to punch back into the simulation from here.
Wait. Nah, I ain't gonna show you this. This is by far the worst mission that somebody could ever make, and they decided to do two of them. Like, how lazy do you have to be? Nah, we're gonna skip past this, and we're gonna go straight over to Ab, and we're gonna speed run our base spot real quick and get into a little bit of PvP action that I fail. So let's do it. Alright, when we look at this base spot, you know, you might be thinking, like, damn, this thing's trash. There's like 50 different entrances. And yeah, you're right. However, the thing that I really love about this base is that if you're online, there's literally no way to push this base other than diving with manas or Maywings or Bloodstalkers. And you can only really do that on official settings. Um, where mana lines are cracked and Bloodstalker lines are cracked. But it is possible on unofficial servers as well. But you can't build foundations on this ramp or anywhere else on here unless you snap foundations from a cliff platform. So if somebody were to fob up and you have this entire ramp built, they would have to fob up off to the side on a cliff over here or wherever it may be, as long as you have this entire ramp spammed off. If they are trying to soak you or from one of these entrances, they're going to be using a skiff or a gas bag. So all you have to do is just pull up, double tap the skiff with the railgun, and they're pretty much done. But typically the main base I usually put right here. We did have that added extra defense of the double door frames to prevent diving a few times. I don't know how I feel about this front platform here with the Reaper on it. Done this in single player. Haven't done it on the unofficial yet on Elite. Don't have enough Reapers, and I think offline wise, if they were to push this bottom area, they could just toss Stegos out up here and soak that way. So it's kind of an easy way to soak. But yeah, there's a ton of room. You can pretty much go crazy. And yeah, I think it's just such a unique place to build, and it's a lot of fun. It's only really strong online. Offline, it's kind of a disaster. There is a lot of weaknesses, but they're going to be struggling a bit. It's going to take them some time, especially if they don't know how to push properly or whatever it may be. Yeah, let's just jump in real quick to actual building. Alright, so I'm slowing it down right here just to point out that I'm making sure between the main part of the wall and the netting, the front netting with the double door frames going all the way up to the ceiling, to be connected on the same exact snap point. And what I did here is the console. Hi, how you doing, buddy? In the console command, if you type in debug structures, it'll show you exactly what's being snapped to one another and what's. Yo, chill, homie. Yeah, hi, good job, you did it. What's being connected foundation wise. So when you look at those double door frames and you're connecting it to a foundation, you can look at that foundation and say, okay, this is metal foundation C, and they'll have a number. And then you look at your double door frame and your hatch frames and make sure each one is snapped to those snap points. That way, if they drop one section of that double door frame or the hatch frame, it's still being supported by the rest of the base. So it takes them longer and longer and longer for them to break through that initial netting up front. All right, so through building this, it's coming along pretty well. Made some pretty decent progress. So yeah, this is what the main section of the base is looking like right now. Looking pretty juicy, nicely evened out, spaced for the vault drop to come in here shortly. But through building this, I noticed that we were getting pretty low on metal ingots. So it was about to be a night cycle on the surface, so I was going to go hit up portal entrance real quick to go start farming some metal. And we get into a little PvP scuffle that, of course, I fail. So let's do it. So I decided to set up the surface kind of outpost up here where it doesn't take any surface damage. Decided to throw a bed just in case I wanted to spawn in here, do a metal run or whatever it may be. And then right after I just did a metal run with a magmasaur. However, did not realize that it was 10% night, and I kind of got stuck up here for an hour or so. Couldn't transfer off. Yeah, fun times. Alright, so after being stuck on the surface and by the way, I recorded through the entire thing for some reason. I forgot to turn the recording off, but I was stuck there for almost 3.5 hours. I think the entire clip was like 98 gigs. So yeah, we finally got back to the center rat hole. I was gonna start making some vaults, but I ran out of oil, so I had to go out. There's a bunch of bassies outside this spot, so I just decided to go kill some real quick and farm some fast oil. Now that we got the oil from the bassies, we were able to make like 100 plus vaults. And those vaults are going to be directly used on the main death wall for the base. All the way up to the very, very, very top. But definitely worth it. Definitely tedious, especially solo. But it's just going to make it harder for the raiders to get through. Diving specifically, because that's like the main weakness of this base, is just diving over and over and over into it, just because it is very, very hard to soak. So yeah, fun process. So after quite a bit of building, we finally got this completely vault trapped, bottom to the top. Looking clean, looking nice. We got a nice little door that we can enter in and out from. Pretty convenient. But yeah, overall, pretty satisfied with this. Came out really well. I think it's gonna do pretty good. So now we're hopping over to Gen 2. I finally got the missions done needed to tame this strata right here. I had scouted it earlier on, and I was like, damn, this is like the only one I found, but I didn't have enough missions, so grinded out a few more missions just so we can tame this bad boy, make our lives a little bit easier. Got that done, got it tamed, and then when we head to upload it, we spot something interesting. No. So that is going to wrap up the end of this episode. Ending on a good note, punching that dude, grabbing ourselves a nice Karcha line. Even though we can't breed it, but it's still good for running missions and OSDs. So that's going to help us get some BPs and other stuff. And then we're going to be jumping right into the next episode. Just a sneak peek, we're going to be doing that Magma Sword raid with our boy V. And then we're going to be finishing off, I think, 2 or 3 other entrances on our ab base. And then we're going to get bodied on Fjordor in the Abyssal Trench by a bunch of alphas trying to farm elements, so that'll be fun. But overall, yeah, kind of action-packed episode. Maybe trying to drop at least 2 a week to get caught up. I got some crazy IRL stuff happening here in the next few weeks, so hopefully we can bang this stuff out and we can get you some videos. And I appreciate it as always. I'll see you next episode.